Detox, cold turkey, and abrupt cessation from benzodiazepines can be dangerous. Klonopin, Ativan, Xanax Volume, Onfi, Trexine. Cold turkey detox, over withdrawing medically and over time or tapering, can result in a severe, life-threatening withdrawal syndromes and long-lasting, protracted damage to the central nervous system. It may take months or even years to get over these symptoms. I myself had a grand mal seizure from benzodiazepine and alcohol withdrawal. These are known as the delirium tremens, but benzos come with their own set of horrific withdrawal symptoms. This list off of benzoinfo.com includes seizures, convulsions, delirium tremens, catatonia, hallucinations, psychosis, suicide, death, and more. Hey, Gail. Yeah, I thought I was too, but then I went to play pickleball today, and I think my forehead got sunburnt, and I had a lot of exhaustion that was happening. Plus, it was an hour ride and a 3-hour dance session of folk music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got scared. I got scared and nervous, and I'm already exhausted. Listen, I was going to do tonight's stream on taking it easy in sobriety, because your new life is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. All of a sudden there's pickleball, folk dancing, disc golf, meetings, conventions, live streams. I got a podcast tomorrow that I'm going to be on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Hard Knocks Talks. That's Hard Knocks with a K, K-N-O-X, Talks. And we're going to be talking about, psychedelics in sobriety and recovery. And I will be mentioning that I'll be, you know how I do. I'm just going to be little old me up in that live stream. His name's Daniel, and he does Hard Knocks Talks. Go over there and mention Soberdelic James and tune into that. I'll be sure and put the link as soon as I get it. It's one of the first times I've been interviewed or whatever. Well, no, it's not the first time, but I don't know, I've do you guys ever... Okay, let me read about Xanax withdrawal. There is near complete uniformity of opinion, both in the medical profession and in the benzodiazepine recovery community, that abrupt is a dangerous and unacceptable method of benzodiazepine withdrawal. Well, duh. Sudden withdrawal from benzodiazepines leaves the brain in a state of GABA underactivity, resulting in a hyperexcitability of the nervous system. This hyperexcitability is the root cause of most of the withdrawal symptoms. Cold turkey or over-rapid withdrawal, especially from high dosage, can give rise to severe symptoms such as convulsions, psychotic reactions, acute anxiety states, and even death. Well, good, Gail and Miss Ford. I'm glad too. Good evening, Michael. Spicy Peaches, how you doing? Nailing your coffin? What up, y'all? Maybe if you guys were going, I would have went dancing, but it was an hour drive, And then the lady who was going to take me, the lady who invited me told me she'd take me if I don't want to drive because I'm budgeting. And then I said yes. And then after I got back from pickleball, I said no. I know my limits, and I've already super socialized today. You know what I mean? One of the reasons I drank in the past anyway, I was meditating. I was self-medicating from social anxiety in the first place. So I gotta dip my toes in this social activity level very slowly. I can't be playing 2 hours pickleball in the sun and then coming home only to feed and walk my dogs, only to go out and learn how to folk dance for 3 hours after traveling an hour each way. Pickleball rocks, man. I love it. What's up, Marvin and the Maggie Davis? Uncomfortable and sometimes dangerous side effects from benzodiazepines and long-term use. Akathisia, benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome, protracted withdrawal syndrome, deep disturbances. Oh, sleep disturbances. See what I mean? I'm exhausted from the pickleball. Irritability, anxiety, and or panic attacks. Speaking of irritability, remind me to tell you the story of how I almost stole a solicitor's hoverboard today and whooped that ass. But then made amends immediately according to the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. Trembling, inability to concentrate, nausea, heart palpitations, muscle pain and stiffness, and headaches. Serious side effects include seizures, psychosis, hallucinations, death. Return to benzodiazepine use. Wow. Return to benzodiazepine use is listed after death. Like it's the worst one. There are some misconceptions that cold turkey withdrawal, though it may cause more severe symptoms, will bring about a faster remission of symptoms. Anyone withdrawing from long-term benzos should reduce the dosage slowly or get medically induced or medically supervised detox. There are no rehabs in the United States utilizing slow, safe cessation methods for benzos. The current trend with rehabs are abrupt withdrawal and sending very sick patients home alone in a state of distress, psychosis, or suicidality. That's not funny. It's just ridiculous. That's why I'm laughing. 3 hours of basically anything is insane. Except lovemaking. 3 hours of dancing, I could see it maybe in my 20s. Or I did it in my 20s, but like, this ain't a rave, you know what I'm saying? I'm sober. I got dogs at the house, you know what I mean? Till midnight I'm gonna be out, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. All right. Bottom line is, be careful withdrawing from benzodiazepines. They can cause delirium, catatonia, delirium tremens-like symptoms, seizures, and death. And then even after death, you might go back to benzodiazepine use. You know what I mean, mans? Yeah, 3 hours of folk dancing, you know what I mean? And it's like by a river in the country, which means, and she's like, bring a water because they don't serve anything to eat or drink. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go there. I was just a little less than stoked about it, doing it today. I told her I've been overdoing it with, being active. What do you know what I mean? I only used to get active when I was drinking. In my active drinking and drug using days is when I was active. Now I gotta do it sober. It's a lot to ask. Know your limits. You know what I mean? Michael says, if they use benzos to detox from alcohol, how can you use alcohol? Can you use alcohol to detox from benzos? I don't have that answer, Michael, but I'm going to get it for you right now because that's a good question. Can you use alcohol to detox from benzodiazepines? Scoodly deep beep doodly doo doo. Does alcohol work like a benzodiazepine? They do not work identically. Both substances impact the gamma aminobutyric acid in your brain. Okay. You can use it. Yeah. No. Hold on. What drugs can reverse benzodiazepines? Oh. Flumazenil. Benzodiazepines for alcohol withdrawal. Alcohol withdrawal. The dangers of benzos and alcohol withdrawal. It's a central nervous system, so you can have a seizure. Well, it doesn't look like there's any information on that right off the rip. Does Xanax work the same as alcohol? They can both depress or slow down heart rate, blood pressure, and other essential body mechanisms, such as coordination and reflex response. Because of this, Soberdelic James will eat all of your benzos and drink all of your booze. Actually, Soberdelic James won't, but, you know, old James would. What's up to 13 of you, the lot of you? Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, if you will, me mates. Hit that thumbs up. Share this with a loved one or even someone you hate. Just share it with someone. Share it with Donald Trump. Share it with, you know what I mean? Elon Musk. And share it with Bill Nye the Science Guy. Just share it with someone. It doesn't, you know, just share it. Don't ask, don't talk back. I don't know the answer to that, Michael. I would guess no. They're not identical. Victor, if your pulse is 165 for alcohol withdrawal, is healthy to avoid benzos. I don't know what that is. That a question? Hey, what's up, Cheese Machine? Maverick Capitalist, what up? For all of you guys that are curious about joining and getting perks and helping carry the message, hit that join button. Then I posted it in the chat, and also it's on my channel. I offer 3 tiers. Blah, blah, freaking blah. I got my 20-second member at $3 a pop. I'll need a couple hundred. Yeah, Xanax withdrawal, buddy. It's a beast. It's a bastard. It's a Mr. Boombastic. A Mr. Boombastic, benzo withdrawal, the booms. Most of the time in these streams, I get the topic right in the beginning, and then we discuss about it. So I just read all about it. Rewind to the beginning. Dean's List representing that flea emoji. Flea emoji. I like it. Alcohol withdrawal is worse than benzo. Try both at the same time, Victor. I couldn't. I mean, it really is. I mean, both of them are hellish. Nervous system, you know, participants. Klonopin. I think it's a Klonapin. Klonopin. Yeah. Some people say benzo's worse. Some people say alcohol's worse. I mean, they're both similar. Catatonia with benzos. I would imagine benzos would be... I don't even want to imagine it. I don't even want to remember it. For those of you who are new around here, I have videos on my own grand mal seizure from benzo and alcohol withdrawal. I did a live stream on it a week ago, and I have a video about it. So smash that like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Check out the description for links and, you know, bing bong booms. I'm a YouTuber. But for real, if you like this content, you know what I'm saying, join and help me make some more of it. But, you know, today's Saturday. We're relaxing, playing pickleball, and, you know, ditching our dancing commitments, okay? So we're not working too hard today. It's going to be a hell of a clickbait is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All those words in there have a high search engine optimization score, and everyone's going to be clicking on them wanting to learn about benzos, and they're just going to be like, who is this a-hole? But, you know, it's been going on for years. So, you know, get with the program, people. Klonopin. There you go, Miss Ford. Klonopin. They don't even prescribe benzos no more. What are you talking about? They don't. What? Really? Did this just happen? I'm taking Trinza in Vega for my schizophrenia. Is that a benzo? If any of y'all know, I would gladly listen. Trinza. Who doesn't prescribe benzos? What are you talking about? Trinza. Here, I got you. I got you, mate. Trinza. Invega Trinza? Is that what it's called? Trinza and Vega for my schizophrenia. Is that a benzo? Should be an antipsychotic, but I got it right here. Hold on. What is Trinza used for? It is an atypical antipsychotic indicated for the treatment of schizophrenia. It's an antipsychotic. Schizophrenia. How does it work? That's interesting. Watch how to administer dosing info. How does it work? Who prescribed benzos? Well, my aunt, for one. She's a nurse practitioner. What do you mean, who prescribes benzos? It's a extremely popular medication, benzodiazepines, and they've been prescribing it for years. Unless they have stopped prescribing it in the past, I don't know, year, and I never heard about it, but benzos. What's something good I can get a prescription for? Sobriety. Your prescription is Alcoholics Anonymous. Take 2 of these nuts in your mouth in the morning and call me. You don't need drugs, bro. Well, I don't really know you. I'm not your doctor. Yeah, you know. Take 2 of these nuts. I can solve this dilemma right now. Do they still prescribe benzodiazepines in 2024? Also known as benzos, are still commonly prescribed medications to treat many conditions, including anxiety disorders, insomnia, and seizures. So, yes. I don't know what you're talking about there, guy. Victor, were you under the impression that they stopped prescribing benzos? The doctor told me at the health association they don't let them no mo. And if they do, it's only for 2 days. BJ, Klonopin. BJ's got Klonopin right now. They probably, Victor, were you seeking? Were you drug seeking? Because they'll tell you all kinds of stuff. The health association. Maybe you misunderstood them, Victor, or maybe they gave you the wrong information. BJ says she's prescribed Klonopin for menopause. Cheese machine, doctors will say things like that to patients when they're not comfortable prescribing medications to addicts and alcoholics. Like I said, if you're drug seeking, which they have an eye for, you got to basically be an Oscar nominee actor to and then some doctors don't care. Some doctors are just they teach them in medical school to prescribe whatever sells the most or makes the most revenue. Vince P. Yeah. Don't be so judgmental. But I know what you're saying, Vince. BJ, what up? How goes it? Dean's List. James, do you ever do kratom in the past? Yes, I'll tell you about it in a second. My friend who quit drinking and cocaine years ago, says Dean's List, says it helps his stage fright for big conference speeches, presentations at his job. I did kratom. You got the blue stuff and the red stuff. The red stuff I think is the upper, the blue stuff I think is the downer. So you know your boy went for the downer, and I took so much of it I was shaking and dry heaving. Anything that makes you feel good at first, the addict like me, the alcoholic like me, will take it until he throws up, dry heaving and shaking. It's why I stopped smoking pot. As harmless as it is, I just surround my life around it. It becomes an obsession. Now that I don't have it in my life, your boy be dancing and pickleballing, or at least like skipping dancing and pickleballing. But kratom, it's no good. It's a mild opiate, I believe. Victor says I had 2 seizures at the ER, and they didn't prescribe me anything when they release me. That's a bummer, Victor. Yeah, they could have gave you gabapentin or an anti-seizure medication, any of the benzos. Also, Victor, some doctors and nurses don't look favorably on people like us. Yeah, they see addicts coming a mile away, so they either, 1, sell you everything they got and make their money off of you, or 2, if they're ethical, kick you the F out. Quit kratom, difficult withdrawals. Yeah, society, I know the feeling. And even being deep in them is, even before you quit them, it's dangerous and like sketchy. BJ, don't know much about science books. Don't know much about drug issues, except I work with addicts in Boys Town and lived with the kids. Be all the boys did better, no drugs. Knew a guy that died from kratom at rehab, Victor, or Xanax and benzos. Benzos are a beast. That was one of my drugs of choice. I tell stories on here. One involved me falling from standing straight up, just tipping over like a tree, like timber, and my face hitting the wooden floor of the second floor of my mom's house, shook the 4-story Victorian 160-year-old house because my head hit so hard. Then I woke up and 4 days later had a seizure. Yeah, alcohol withdrawal will kill you too. That was my seizure. I think my seizure was more from benzo withdrawal because I was eating a lot of benzodiazepines. They're very dangerous. They're like booze in pill form, you know? And then you black out. So like I don't even know how many I ate. Last I counted was like 8 of them, and then people would tell me I was just eating them like Skittles. You know, funny not funny. And then they run out, and your luck runs out. When drugs like that run out, and when your alcohol runs out, I'm actually not sure if alcohol can taper benzodiazepine withdrawal. Victor, doctors dead. He was going to be in detox for 8 days, and he died on day 17. Whoa. That's unfamiliar. I'm unfamiliar. Why would I take 8 pills? I just told you I'm an addict. Because they felt good. I'm sure it was more than 8, to be honest. And they were a quarter. They were either 1 milligram each. They were 1 milligram each. Bars are 4 milligrams. So I essentially ate 2 bars, which when I'm running and gunning is not unusual. 2 bars of Xanax is not unusual. But I'm sure I wouldn't have taken 8 bars. What's 8 times 4? So essentially I took 8 milligrams. Or even, it might have been, I don't even know. But I fell flat on my face because I was like 30 to 40 beers deep. Why wouldn't you take 8 pills? You know what I mean? Victor? You want to beef with me? Huh? I almost took this guy was trying to sell security systems door to door. He was riding on a hoverboard. And I asked him, what would happen if I just took your hoverboard while you were on my property? My property. And he said, I'd call the cops. And I'm like, well, you're on my property and I asked you not to be, so that's my hoverboard now. You know what I mean? Well, Victor, those people are, regular human beings. I don't know if you noticed, but this is an addiction channel. And that's the problem. In the addictive personality that is fueled by the reward center of the brain, if 1 feels good, 8 will feel 8 times as good. But like I said, you black out and you're powerless over your addiction. You're powerless over alcohol. It doesn't matter. All logic goes out the window. You're no longer thinking for yourself. Are you yourself an addict, Victor? If you've ever experienced being addicted to something, especially physically, benzos physically alter your CNS, your central nervous system. So you're going to want more to feel physically comfortable. Tolerance builds up. Before you know it, you're 8 deep, blacked out, falling over, and headed towards a grand mal seizure. If these things didn't exist, then the word addiction wouldn't exist, or addiction recovery, or addiction treatment. And I don't even think we'd be having this conversation. Let's see, what else? Man, that's not even, that's not even the most ridiculous amount of things I've taken. Victor, I got to the point where I was drinking to just not have withdrawals. The kratom was going down like handfuls. You can get that kratom like in powder and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think I ever did that. I was getting the capsules and I was eating that. I don't even know the count on the kratom pills. It might have been like 24 in in a 12-hour period or something like that. I was eating them like handfuls. Bro, you can't, you can turn your back on a man, but you can't turn your back on a drug. Hunter S. Thompson. You do get the shakes, the sweats. I can read more about it. I have the article here. Symptoms include give rise to severe symptoms such as convulsions, psychotic reactions, acute anxiety states, and even death. Seizures are usually not a risk for those employing a slow taper method. For me, it was cold sweats, trembling, anxiety, irritability, nausea, muscle pain, headaches, stiffness, sleep disturbances, inability to concentrate, psychosis, hallucinations, and death. So yeah, you'd be shaken to the short version of that answer. Hey, what up, Kopic? Victor, are you asking for a friend? We were just talking about benzos and shite. Kopic, one of my personal demons. Can't go cold turkey. Guy had a grand mal at prison and died. Yeah, it happens. Magic mushrooms growing in my chili pot plants. What, did the spores get in there accidentally or on purpose? Oh, by accident. Okay, cool. Chili mushroom man. Inoculated the damn soil in my chili. Yo, that's cool. I've always wanted accidental mushrooms. Chili plants. If the chilies are dodgy? I don't think so. Nah. A Facebook page, Vince asks. I'll tell you if you join my membership. It's called, I don't manage it anymore. It was called Whatever It Takes. I don't know if you're talking about my personal Facebook page. Soberdelic page. Yeah, Victor, I'm not telling people to go cold turkey. I'm telling people to not go cold turkey. Hence the article I just read a couple times. I've went cold turkey and I had a grand mal seizure. You can watch the video on it. This was when I was about 30. Long story short, I saw the aura, which is a vivid hallucination right before a grand mal seizure. Then I woke up on a stretcher, threw up, and it felt like my central nervous system was like short-circuited. Victor Villarreal. I've had seizures. You've had seizures, Kopic? what the correlation was. Seizures are scary, man. Especially when I was at a flea market as a kid. I have a vivid memory of someone having a seizure, and it scared the crap out of me. And to this day, that the scariest scene in that means yes, cheese. Victor says why? That means yes. Or he just talks like and spells like he's drunk. Oh, you saw the aura? It was crazy. It's different for everybody. It was one of the most vivid, if not the most clear hallucination I've ever seen. Oh, really? Wait, what? No, that's not how it works, Copic. That's not how it works. As a matter of fact, beer will, if you're having alcohol withdrawal, more alcohol can actually help you taper off. But that never works for me, the alcoholic, because I'll always wind up drunk. But, to my knowledge, that's not how it works, Copic. Alcohol doesn't give you the seizure, it's alcohol withdrawal that does. Yeah, I know, Copic, I know what you're saying. I'm saying that I don't think it works like that. Oh. Oh, you mean you were withdrawing and before you got to swallow some alcohol? Oh, my bad, Victor. Yeah, I can be an asshole. I'm sorry, Victor. You know what I mean? I was an asshole to the solicitor today. I'm like, I'm going to take your hoverboard. What do you think about that? I ended up making amends to him because it's important, according to the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, which it is important, to make sure that you admit when you're wrong and promptly admit it, or realize when you're wrong and promptly admit it. I was wrong, you know, for no reason. Well, I mean, I don't like solicitors, especially when they ring my doorbell. But yeah, you would know if you were going through DTs. You would know it if you were withdrawing from alcohol and you had an alcohol-related seizure. If you find out you had a kid 20 years ago that you were never told about and he was raised completely by another man, would you want anything to do with him? Yeah, I would want to meet him. I'm really interested in what my spawn would look like, you know what I mean? And act like and be like. But yeah, and then I would want to thank that man, to be honest. Unless there's more to the story. But I'd be like, I thank you. I'll take it from here. If you found out that you had a kid 20 years ago that you were never told about, and he was raised completely by another man, would you want anything to do with him? The kid or the man? There's a bunch of variables to this that depend on... My reaction depends on the variables. With the kid, yes. But everyone's different. But yes, the kid deserves to meet his biological father, and I would think that the biological father deserves to meet the kid. But that's just what I think offhand. I'm pretty sure that is pretty close to right and ethical. 3 days without noticing something wrong. Yeah, me too, Kovic. I walked around for 2 years with no ACL. I remember when Oscar De La Hoya fought Mayweather. I think that was the fight. I got my ACL broken. uh, during a fight, and then went to the bar afterwards. And for 2 years after that, walked around with no ACL. My knee would like tweak out when I was getting on and off my bike and shit. It's crazy. Oh, but no, you would know if DTs are, well, let's just put it this way. When I started seeing spots and started feeling weird that day that the seizure later came, I went straight to my sister's house. I was like, something's wrong. And they told, her husband was like, you should go to the hospital. Head injuries ain't no joke. But I'm like, nah, I think I'll just watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs with my niece. Then I had a seizure, you know what I mean? They took me to the hospital, but was it Pacquiao? Mayweather. Who did I say? No. Pacquiao. Who did I say? This was like 2010. It was De La Hoya fought someone. Well, look up a 2010 fight, De La Hoya fight. It was like a big fight. We had a party, a fight broke out. I got my ACL snapped, and then went to the bar and was pretty pissed that I couldn't go dancing. But my shit was swollen. It snapped in half. It was one of the worst pains of my life. Then I had no ACL for 2 years. Then I got it reconstructed, bone graft. I think that involves the tendons of a pig carcass, or a cadaver, or another person's cadaver, or another dead person's cadaver. Mayweather no, it was De La Hoya. It was De La Hoya versus someone. Someone also well known, I think. Did De La Hoya ever fight Mayweather? Oscar De La Hoya fight 2010. Oh, Theory. Oscar De La Hoya fight 2010. What? Chavez? Siri, show me a list of Oscar De La Hoya's fights. Boxing highlights, Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, this is... Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, here we go. There it is right there. Floyd Mayweather Jr., 2007. It was 2007. In 2006, he fought Manny Pacquiao. Oh, wait, 2008, 2007. So 2008, Pacquiao, 2007, Floyd Mayweather Jr. It was 2007. Yep, that was the one. It was 2007, Cheese Machine. He has no kid anymore. He's a 20-year-old full-grown man. He's no kid. Completely raised by another man. That is nothing I need to be involved with at this point. Well, that's up to you, brother. Me, I would be curious what kind of, you're talking like a Meet the Parents kind of situation with Yeah, I think so. It was 2007. I think I got my. It was 2007 fight. Got my ACL snapped. I think I got it fixed in 2010. And got Percocets to let it heal. And that's when I got the PS3. And played Arkham Asylum like a madman while I was laid up on Percocets with a healing ACL. Yeah, there's no reason if neither of you want to. I don't think. I mean, don't ask me. I don't have kids, or at least I don't think I have kids. That chick that was on some of the streams tried to say she was pregnant, and Holly called her out. Holly, you still here? Holly called that bitch out. Like, said, yo, that picture of that positive pregnancy test is taken off the internet. Holly. Uh-oh, I just got a text. Oh. I was dreading the text. Yeah, benzos, they're not worth it, benzodiazepines, and neither is a broken ACL. I don't know, did I tell you guys that story? We were playing poker, listening to the fight. Mayweather won. The boxing gloves came out before, at the party, and this kid was beating the shit out of his little brother on the couch. So I'm I think I was 6'4" at the time, at least, with long arms. So I said, hey, give me those boxing gloves. This is the stupidity that alcohol can induce. And so I was like jabbing the dude in his face very easily, very nonchalant, and if you've ever been jabbed in the face by a 6'4", then you get pretty pissed off. So he wrapped his leg around my left leg, and then he kind of at the same time put his body into my chest, and I went down backwards, but my leg stayed standing up, and my knee took all of the flex, and pop went my ACL. And everybody heard it, and I heard it too, and I felt it like a mofo. Now, I don't think he did it on purpose, because why would you do something like that to somebody on purpose? But lo and be told, we don't talk anymore. And I have dreams where I'm trying to punch him as hard as I can in the face, but you know how that goes in dreams. You can't really punch very hard. And that was a resentment, which probably got me drunk, you know what I mean? A bunch of times. You know those kinds of resentments where like you'll be in your own bed and you think about it and your legs will get hot. Your legs will get hot because you want to get up and run 5 states over to them and just murder the mother. You know what I mean, man? Yeah, he did mean to do something. I don't know. Uh-oh, Cheese Machine, are you actually I'm not gonna name him. Didn't mean to snap your ACL, but he did mean to tackle you. Cheese Machine, who are you, bro? I nearly had that happen just messing around with a friend, but fortunately just strained the muscle. Yeah, this strained and in a fraction of a second popped in two. I think Cheese Machine is somebody that was at that party. Uh, nickname is Mac. Mac? Where are you from, Cheese? Oh, shit. Did you tear my ACL, Cheese? No, because Cheese didn't know who was fighting the night of the Oscar De La Hoya fight. So, like, well, neither did I, and I was there, but, you know. Oh, that's funny, Cheese. I'm in South Carolina. Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Where in South Carolina are you? What's your address and social security number? No, Daniel, that happened in upstate New York in 2007. But Fort Mill, yeah. Wait, how far am I away from Fort? Hey Siri, where's Fort Mill, South Carolina? You're an hour and 45 minutes. Jeez, we could get up, bro. You play disc golf? You're not gonna break my other ACL, are you? Hey, but for the record, I was winning that boxing fight. I didn't think somebody was gonna pull a jujitsu move, get all pissed because I'm wrecking his face with jabs. For the record, I was winning the boxing fight. I think this guy had, like, you know, Napoleon penis complex, which was the joke, which later on, that's what resentment does. I got drunk, started telling everybody that Annie, you know, the girl Annie from high school had been telling everybody he's got a weenie deenie. An eeny beanie, an eeny weeny, tiny weenie. Which, you know what I mean? He had an Asian last name, so it would make perfect sense. And, you know, I think he got all mad that I was jabbing him. Because he was shorter, too, and I'm, you know, everybody gets mad at the tall guy. You know, that's a dirty trick, you know. I don't think he meant to do it because who can, I mean, not even Kung Fu masters. I mean, yeah, they can, but 3 stone heavier and about half a foot taller than me over my shoulder. Ooh. Oh, God. That shit hurts just thinking about, bro. Ooh. I hate knee injuries. I cannot even cope with just even on TV. I can't even. Like, if I'm scrolling through Instagram reels and like a power lifter comes up, I'll scroll away immediately because, like, I don't know what's going to happen. My buddy's got me into powerlifting now, and he just keeps on pushing me and pushing the weight up and shit. And, like, well, he doesn't push me, to be honest, to be fair. But he is doing deadlifts and squats. He's squatting like 310. And I'm like, bro, you have the same skeleton that I do. And, like, you know what I mean? Well, he doesn't, but it's not the same build, but essentially we all have similar skeletons, you know what I mean? I cannot, in good conscience, lift 300 pounds with my body and just act like it's not going to break some kind of ligament, tendon, you know, joint. Yeah, Daniel, for 2 years I walked around on that thing with no ACL, and it literally felt like my knee would bend the other way. Like when I got off my bike or something, or just was walking, it felt like it would bend the other way. And when I went in for surgery, the surgeon was like, oh, it would have. I was like, it felt like it was going to go out. And he's like, oh, it would have. It would have. You know, you needed this surgery probably, 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah. Where's the Percocets? Shut up, doctor. Just fix my knee and give me the Percocets. We'll both be on our merry way. Helldivers? What's that? Hey Google, what's Helldivers? Shooter game. Arrowhead. Sony.
PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita in March 2015. A version for Microsoft Windows was also released via Steam on the 7th of December 2015, making it the first...
I don't know if I'd be able to stay sober if I had a physical injury, Spicy Peaches said. Well, I didn't. I took all those Percocets, then I started smoking weed, and then I drank. Broke his wrists and... Oh, shit. Yeah, me and this guy are not good friends. As a matter... Well, nowadays, I would... But yeah, whatever. I think when I was doing my 8 and 9 step before, I may have wrote him an email, making amends or whatever. But some people won't have it because they got tiny little weenies. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pissed too, if I didn't have my 9-incher. I'd be vexed. Do you know what I mean, man? Do you know what I'm saying, man? Haha. Damn, I wasn't even in a good mood at the beginning of this. You guys kind of cheer me up. Hey, you guys want to do an nah, let's not. He was arrested, being locked up for 3 years. Sorry to hear that, brother. He was a bully that got put in his place in front of other people. Cowards do things like that. Right. Yes. What are you saying yes to, Spicy Peaches? Do the experiment. We're scientists. N. What up, N? Where'd you come from? What kind of experiment do you think I'm talking about here? I was gonna see if people start pouring in after we pass the 60-minute mark, just to try to figure yet another thing out about this algorithm. Well, good, and it's good to hear from you, bro. Or chick. Yeah, start hitting us. Do me a favor, anybody who scientist. Have I ever been with a scientist? Hit that like button. Do me a favor and share it. Hit that like button. Do all the things that YouTubers need you to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll do the experiment. We just hit an hour. We're at 1 hour and 8 seconds. And we are going to see if that number starts going up exponentially. Just because the algorithm starts sending things out. This is I just like to watch some things like this every once in a while. My ex was a science experiment. Daniel Kopic says. I remember when I was pissed at had a breakup, and I went on stage on a comedy open mic night, and I like talked about her. I was such a boy then. It was pathetic, to be honest. A spicy bitches. What do you mean, spicy peaches? Oh, yeah, your ex was a science experiment. Well, we no longer regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. Right? What was I thinking? You know what I mean? We do these crazy things. When I almost beat up a door-to-door salesman today and took his hoverboard. And then no more than, it was literally right after he left, I was like, what the hell was I just thinking? What was I talking about? I said to my friend Bob, and then luckily as I was driving off to play pickleball, I was passing by the guy and I pulled over to him and I said, hey man, I'm sorry man, that was just my ego. I have no idea what I was talking about. People instantly, most of the time, people instantly will, you both turn human, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. Making amends to somebody you were beefing with. Because he was talking shit too. He was riding off on his hoverboard and he's like, all right, what's your address? I'll be sure to stop by. And I told him. And then after I'm like, what the fuck? What am I asking for trouble for? Still to this day. Whatever. Egos are a funny thing, but what was I thinking is right, Spicy. You were talking about your ex. I'm talking about, I have exes. I have exes like that too, but we just want to be human with human contact. You know what I mean? That's what we're thinking. Me, I don't know what I was thinking today. I used to think fighting was cool. That's the problem, is I still have some of those old character defects. I need to drop the rock. But that's what making amends does. You know what I mean? Attention, validation, yeah, our ego wants that. We don't need it. As spiritual beings, we are solid. We don't need any of that shit. It's our ego that needs that, or else it will convince you that you will shrivel up into nothing. It's a shame that I mess around with my heart in the thing, the way you. Okay, let's get out of here. Cheese Machine, Copic, N, long-time subscriber. I know why you're not talking. You don't want me to tell you to hit that join button and be a member. N. That might be the coolest name. N. Tinfoil Hat Alien. Right on. You're a member. I can see your green. For all you non-green, I would love to see a new member. But that's cool too. I'm not gonna beg you for it. By the law of attraction, I will get it. Oh, now we're going up to 9. See, watch the whatever. You know what I mean? I wonder what would happen if I streamed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You think that would be nuts? I got problems with alcohol and stuff. I just at some factory and I'm way better without the alcohol. I don't know. Right on. Hell yeah. I think we all are. We all have problems with alcohol. Even non-alcoholics have problems with alcohol. It's a crafty SOB, isn't it? But thank you for watching, man. Thank you for subscribing and watching. Tinfoil hat today you did? With a capital T, took them. All right, y'all. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back tomorrow and the day after that. Every night. I do the daily reflections on the community tab. Basically scrolling through YouTube, you'll find community tabs of your people you're subscribed to. Hit the like button on your way out. Share. Consider joining. And tomorrow I'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love to all the mushroom takers out there. And be careful if you're taking benzos or alcohol. They're extremely dangerous. Don't go breaking anybody's ACLs or stealing anybody's hoverboards. And until we meet again, keep it clean, keep it real, and keep doing the damn thing. Peace.